without further ado, let's start. Money is in follow-up. This is what we hear all the time. Okay, so remember next week, April 4th, we're going to have another session called 5-Star Real Estate for Realtors. These are the fundamentals. These are the things that are, if not missed by everyone, but it is not done properly with everyone. So I see that repeating all the time with some of the real estate agents. Monday, we don't have the role play this Monday. I think that's Eastern Day. So we're going to continue the Monday after. So no role play this Monday, but the Monday after. These are the selections of all the YouTubes I have for real estate agents. Some of them are the previous sessions of webinar. There are a whole bunch of everything, a lot of them focusing on investment in real estate. So go through it, subscribe to my channel, and here and there I add more into these selections of video. Money is in follow-up. So let me just fix something. Okay, so the analogy of real estate business and a farm or garden. This happens very much when we're talking about prospecting. The fact and the reality of everyday life here is that what we do with real estate, and I believe what we should do, is farming. As you know, we have two kinds of agents, farmers and hunters. Hunters, they go one shot, they bring whatever they got, and that's it. At the end of the day, nothing to continue. Versus what we have as farmers, and that's what I believe we have. And if you talk to any coaches, they said the first pillar of prospecting is to go back to your previous clients, past clients, a sphere of influence. They are with you because you're doing farming, believe it or not. So in nature, we have to do that naturally. When we go to real estate and do real estate business, we have to call our past clients, people that we know, people around us, a sphere of influence, referrals. And this is part of the farming. If you do not call them in the past, if you would not establish a relationship and trust, they would not be part of your farm. Hey, go to a convenience store and just give your business card. This is not past clients. So this is not farming unless you keep touching them all the time. So of course, you have to put this through the seeds on the ground. This is prospecting. Prospecting could happen different ways: open houses, events, door knocking, cold calling, online social media activities for prospecting. So you are not throwing the seeds off the window. You're properly putting where you're supposed to be. That's where a systematic approach to prospecting is crucial. Number two, you water them. You go back to them. They know that you're around. They're expecting you inform them. They recognize you as authority in real estate. You put the fertilizer, means you send them e-news, you send them content, material, something that would help them throughout their journey in real estate. You make sure the sun is on the seeds, meaning that you continuously feeding them with whatever it needs to be. If they call you, you address and you respond back to them for their real estate needs. And you trim and cut and make sure your garden is proper. Sometimes we come across someone that he doesn't like to work with us and we don't like to work with him. So throw them out of your database. Continuously cleaning up your garden so it looks beautiful for you and productive. Lead generation is very important part of creating the real estate business for yourself. So follow up, nourishing your leads as we discussed it already. Now, whom should you follow up with? There are two categories to follow up. One is your past clients, a sphere of influence and referrals. These are the people that somehow you came across them, you connected with them, they know you and you know them. they trust you, they like you, they want to work with you. The second one is new leads. These are the leads that are you came across, you go door knocking. The person at the door said, here's my email, here's my number, or you get leads through online, Facebook ad, Google ad, and they become your new leads. So the approach that you have to do with them with follow-up is a little bit different than your past established clients. So create a follow-up system routine. If you don't have a routine, you have nothing with follow-up, because follow-up should follow certain routine. Otherwise, if you feed them with real estate news today and 2 years down the road, you send them another email, that would not do the job. Now, I always use the example of McDonald's. McDonald's been around for 56 years. They never stop advertising. Every single day we hear something from them, whether it's on the radio or billboard on the highway. You come across something with McDonald's all the time. So that's a systematic approach. Personalized communication. Ask leads their preferred method. Okay, so here we're talking about the way that you approach those people, and that's very much how you do it, because if they have phone number, they don't have email, let's say is elderly, then you have no choice than to call them. Or if they are very handy with text messaging, the hint I can give you here, if they text you back, you text them back. If they call you, you call them. If they email you, you email them. That's their way of communication. Provide value. Of course, if you send them something, if you go on the phone and talk to them, you are the authority. They recognize you as the source of real estate. They can get back to you, ask you questions, and you answer them. Hey, my neighbor went up on MLS. Do you know how much it is? Yes, I know. I'm going to get back to you in 5 minutes. Anything within real estate. So you provide them value. If there is nothing, if you hear the news from Bank of Canada, you can always send them an email, inform them what's happening with the interest rate. Be persistent and consistent. This is what we talked before. Let's say you throw a seed on the ground, you water it, and then you come back in a week after to water the same thing. It won't work. It has to be consistent, and that's where some of the agents are not persistent there. So having an automation and a system in place is crucial and is helping. And let's face it, we all have a busy, very busy life. And further we go, the market get crowded, the noise is a lot, and the number of people that are exposed to the information is unbelievable. Like everybody knows about everything else. So you have to create something different. You have to add the number of people that you need to work with them. In the past, if you knew 100 people, then guarantee you would get 25 of them as a transaction every year. Now it's getting tougher. People getting licensed themselves, their cousins, brothers, sisters, wives getting licensed, the neighbors are getting all licensed. So you are in the middle of a different world than we had 50 years ago. 50 years ago, it was expertise. It was something that not everybody could do it. Plus, as you know, the cost of living went up. So in the past, 60 years ago, it was husbands working. Then the things got tougher. Husbands got either 2 shifts working the weekend, or husband and wife start working. So it's getting tougher and tougher to bring money back home. Therefore, we as a real estate agent, we are trying to get more leads, because the leads we get is not 100% usable. As you know, if you go on Facebook, you get Facebook leads. Not all of them are good. And that would keep us very busy. And if we get very busy, we need help. We need a system, automation to help us in this regard. So that becomes very, very important with follow-up. Otherwise, if you get very busy with trying to find new leads, then you would forget to follow up with your past clients. Effective ways to follow up: dedicate time to follow up. It's important. If you allocate 1 hour or 2 hours a day. It's very important to not cross that appointment with the follow-up procedures, but do it. Be persistent. We discussed that. Use automation. There are different softwares. Your CRM, I'm using KV Core all the time. So KV Core allow me to have a drip campaign for my clients. So every month there's something different goes to them. And I set it up as automation. So whether I know or not, go to them. One of the things go to them is their birthday. All of a sudden I see an email back to me. Thank you for your email for saying congratulations for your birthday. So that's automation. I didn't know that. So that's what we need. So you need to spend a little bit of time, set up this automation, and let it go after that. And continuously, if you come across someone new buying a house, buying house celebration every single year, something goes to them. Find out motivation and needs. This is important because some of the clients you come across, all they want is reconstructions, investment, or they are renting and they want to buy. So it's important to cater your services down to them to see what they are asking for. Provide value. Send them articles about 5 things sellers should do before selling their homes. 3 things buyers should watch before buying your home, those kind of things. When you have your clients, prospect, anyone in your database, it's a good idea to categorize them as A, B, C, D. D is the people that you have the email, you have no contact. Somehow 2 years ago, you got the email and the phone number, no connections, no relationship, nothing. Just leave them in your database and group them as D. C are the people that they know you, you know them. They might refer you if they come across any opportunities, or they might not. B are the people that you work with them, you sold and bought homes with, you have interactions with them, and you're in good relationship. A are your VIP. These are the people that they told you that they would refer you. They already refer you a few people. So these are valuable people that you want to be in contact with. Track your leads, track the actions, track the things that you do for them. If you go to your drip campaign and you find out that for the last 20 times you send them email, they never open it, maybe there's something wrong with the email. So you call them and say, by the way, I'm sending you every month something useful about the real estate market. Is it your right email address? Maybe they have another one. Or maybe the size is different. Sometimes if it's too big, the email, they will not be able to open it. Be visible on social media as well. So in terms of follow-up, sometimes I cannot get hold of my clients, or sometimes I can find them on social media. So it's a good idea to put valuable things to your posting or to your site on social media. Could be Facebook, could be Instagram, and let them see it. I come across many people who said, like, I'm not in contact with them, but they said, we see you all the time. You're on Facebook. Oh, amazing articles or beautiful videos I saw 2 days ago. As long as you are front of them, that's important. Whom should you follow up with? We cover the past client sphere of influence. This should be at least 36 times a year. Send them monthly e-news. Send them e-video once a month. These are the video that you go front of the camera and tell them, here is a update with real estate market. I have my own, which I call it 60-second real estate news. And I get a lot of responded back. Very positive response back. People wants to see your face as well. Not everybody would read. Some people they would. So if they cannot, they wouldn't open email. They would look at the video, see what you have for them. And it's only 60 seconds, so it doesn't take much of their time. Video text every 3 months. These are for your A and B clients. You go on your cell phone, you record something within 5-10 seconds, say, hi, this is Ashton. And in this kind of cases with video text, you have to address them by name. Hi, Joe, this is Ashton. This is, just want to touch base with you. I hope you have a wonderful winter, and now we are heading the springtime. Stay in touch. Have a good day, as long as they see you. So these are people that they know you. You go on video text, you call them by name. Not very much on video email, because video email is mass email. Same thing for the email newsletter that you send them. Occasionally sending text or email. These are for birthdays. These are for celebrations, a special day, for Mother's Day, Canada Days. So you send them a message. Now for new leads, what you do is 12 times a year, you send them e-news, very much the same thing, and also e-video, mass e-video. And this is very much the same thing you send to your A and B category. So you send it to everybody, including D category. And that should be at least 24 touches a year. Some of the questions I came across before was, can I mail postcards? We used to do that. Now, more we go, more people tend to send emails, and their mailboxes are empty. So I noticed that when they receive something handwritten to them, it creates a different impression. So yes, I suggest you to send them postcards, maybe for their birthday, something very special, or for Christmas. I always do it, and I send them a calendar as well. Mail them e-newsletter. I try to send them at least once a year, or a short home evaluation or home activities around their house. Something that they can go to the mailbox and open and see. Can I call them? Absolutely. Calling is important. At least 2-3 times a year is a good idea to call. Now, some people, they like to talk to people, so grab the phone and call them. There's nothing that you can replace humans' connections. If you're not that great or like to talk to people on the phone, at least keep it 2 or 3 times a year. Call them. Should I keep track of my touches? Absolutely. All the time, once a week, check what went to whom, and if your system needs adjustment, correction, you want to add more into that, you want to change your email to e-video, these are the things that you have to do. Can I invite them to an event? Absolutely. Once a year, I invite my clients to get together in a big celebration and meet them. If you cannot bring everybody in one place, you may want to split them in 2 different events and invite them over. It's a good idea for them to see you and see that you add value. Any question? How can I automate this process? We as real estate agents, we have to use CRM. Please do not rely on your Excel sheet or your phone if you want to develop your career as a professional real estate agent. That's not sufficient. You have to use tools. One of the most basic, powerful tool that many of us have access to it for free is a powerful CRM. A CRM that can automate things for you, can do the things that, like sending email instead of one by one, you can send a mass email to 200, 300, 1,000 people. So these are automation. You absolutely need automation. So dedicate a day or 2 days or half an hour a week to tweak things, learn your CRM, know what a CRM does. If you cannot, then go to another software out there that can send mass email for you, but you need automation. There is no questions these days. You're not dealing with 5 people around you. You're not dealing with 20 or 100. You're dealing at least with 2, 3, or 400 that I'm talking to some of the agents. That's what they have, 700 people in their database. You need automation, but you need to do it properly. I'm a firm believer of ROI, return on investment, in anything you do. Whether you do prospecting make sure you juice out everything that you do. If you go on cold calling, if you do open houses, if you do door knocking, just sit down and think if there is anything more that you can do to help you. For instance, with my door knocking, I always leave my business card with a QR code on it that will connect it to my video. And these are all automation. If I'm down the road, I finish the day, I see a few people go on my video and watching me talking to them. This is automation. If I put a lead magnet on the screen on one of my sites, and all of a sudden I see a new leads pump into my database, my CRM, this leads is coming from the lead magnet I put a month ago. It's just happened as I am doing my business, I get leads here and there. And that's what you have to set up. So I strongly recommend you to sit down, see what part of your business is there and where you can get more leads, or you can tie it up on your follow-up. And just try to increase your ROI on your effort. If you do not do it, you're wasting a lot of energy and time and opportunities. So when you are on the phone calling, as another system can use your time. So that's your time ROI, return on investment in your, let's say 8 to 9. So you're on the phone using yourself, but you need leveraging. You need to have a system at the same time creating something different for you. And you can have many of these automations happen. So that's crucial. That's leveraging for your business. Any question for me? Did I answer all the questions? Let me see if there's anything in chat. I don't think there is anything in chat for me. No question? Oh, you're good students. You all learn everything. So remember, every
Hey,
Thursday.
Ashton,
Yes.
question. What kind of system would you do? Say, you met somebody, you went door knocking, and they said, next year we bought a brand new home, so we're looking at something probably to list next summer, right? Well,
So what I do, I would tell them there are a lot of things happening in this neighborhood, price of your homes, neighbors' homes that sold. So I'd like to get you informed of everything that's coming up. There's no obligation. So what is the best email I can send this information to you? Don't tell them, can I have your email? Don't ask, can I have your email? Tell them, what email should I send this information to? Then as you write your the email, you said, by the way, if something good opportunity is coming up, I need to talk to you. What is the best phone number I can? They all give it to you. If you talk with authority, you demand, and you are taking the leadership, they will follow you. So get all those information and put it in your database. You may want to, like in my KV core, I have different kind of drip campaign. One of them are very soft, like I don't want to scare them away. I just want to inform them nicely. So make sure you tag that person's with follow up, whatever you want to call it. There's a tag you can assign to any leads, and then send them something every month, something with value.
right.
5 things home sellers should do before selling their homes, for instance. Send them ebook. Okay, I assume we all have ebooks. There are some ebooks that I have and I give it to my associates, but create some ebooks and send it to them. At least do not go to any home evaluation immediately because their decision is going to be at the end of the year. But every 3 months, just go and knock their doors with something valuable in your hand. Maybe a report of the market, home evaluations that happened recently, the new trends, the direction that the banks are predicting for the real estate market. Give it to them. They have to see value. And as you get closer to their closing date, do more frequent visits with them. And then 3 months before, of course, you're going to ask them if the purchasing of the next house is coming up soon. But 3 months prior, tell them when is the best. Sit down and we can go through the process of selling and buying. That's what you can do with them.
Okay.
Okay, so keep them in your database. So remember, they have to like you, they have to trust you, and then they will do the business with you. Amazingly, with many of the past clients, as far as influence referral, the effort that you put in listing presentation is less. It should be there. Even if your mom's calling to list the house, you have to tell her what you're going to do for her. And I've seen cases, not with mom, of course, but very close friends or family members that they gave it to someone else because that someone else articulated the process of selling. So when you go to them, tell them exactly what you're going to do for them. I hope
Okay.
that answers your question.
Yeah. One more question, because I've run into something like this in the past, right? Where, somebody's thinking of selling, I door knock them, they're thinking of selling, you end up doing an evaluation. They're saying, we put it on the back burner for now. And my follow-up's been really poor. And then, you sit there 12 months later and start calling all these people, and it's too late at this point, or 18 months later. Like, you just add them into your database and start dripping on them no matter what.
Yeah, as I said, don't give them a listing presentation if they are planning on listing 6 months or 1 year from now.
Yeah,
Because when is the time for them, they say, oh, we already talked to this agent, we know what he has to say. Of course, they forgot. Let's interview some more other agents. And of course, they would get it.
yeah,
So get as close as possible. If they ask to drop by, take a look at our house, give home evaluations, bring some different reasons that is not, you're not going to do that now. You want to wait until, and I had my lessons as well. I learned as well.
yeah,
Tell them that when is the closest time that you can, like, try to get them to tell you when they are planning on selling and get there 3 months before.
yeah,
All right. If they tell you 6 months, just go halfway, 3 months.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right. So get as close. Now, if they list it with someone else, that's fine. Give them whatever follow-up you need to do with the drip campaign because sometimes that agents cannot sell. They get disappointed. They sell, but they don't like that agent, so they might come back to you for buying, or maybe simply find you very powerful agent for investing in real estate. So never give up unless someone said back off. Then you remove it.
Right.
And I've seen that all the time with any clients I had in the past or people that I know or came across. It just happens. So never ignore anyone. Just put it on your D category. Just let things go to them 24 times a year.
Right. Okay.
Any other questions? No? You're good? Okay, so next week we have another session webinar, and we are going to talk about the 5 fundamental things that we forget, or if we can do more ROI on them, on those categories of 5 steps. And then the week after, we're going to continue on role play on Monday from 9 to 9:30. Please, guys, join the role play because that would add value to you, and that's good for you. Okay, so we are at the end of our hour and hope to see you next time. Don't feel bad to call me if you need help, if you need resources. Some of the agents ask for e-books. Just get back to me, send me an email. I can be more than happy to help you in that regard or give me a quick call. All the best and see you next time. Bye-bye.